Welcome back to Inside the Cougar Den. I'm Joe Higgins. Joining me is women's lacrosse new coach Amanda Picozzi. Coach, thank you for joining me.
Thank you.
What was it about this Caldwell job that really intrigued you?
Yeah, I would say, the opportunity to come into a team that, was in a position where they didn't have a coach, they went for a little bit of time where there was, no coach here and they were kind of figuring it out on their own. So I thought stepping into that role was going to be exciting. And then, the atmosphere of everyone that works in athletics is kind of what, kept me here. So.
And how was the application process like?
Yeah, it was great. I went through kind of like a basic application on Zoom. And then, I had the opportunity to come on campus, and that's what really sold it for me. The support from all of the student athletes, the support from everyone in athletics, all different sports, coming out, watching everyone's games, I was really sold on that.
And your background's interesting. College lacrosse, field hockey, coaching for 10 years. How do you think you could take those experiences to help you for your first head coaching job?
Yeah, so I definitely think, being kind of integrated into the college setting in a lot of different ways, strength and conditioning. I, was teaching for a little while in the college setting as well. So I think just understanding kind of the different avenues of leadership that can be developed, is definitely something that we're really harping on this year, and developing them as leaders, as women, and then, what comes after. So developing them as lacrosse players is definitely something that we're kind of, really stressing and really working through this season.
And talking about the team, how was it getting to know them and meeting them for the first time?
Yeah, I think it took a little while to build some trust, as to be expected. But now, I would do anything for them. And I think that the relationship goes vice versa. They've been great. They've been really open to trying new things every single day in practice. They put themselves in uncomfortable positions of, trying maybe a skill that they're not great at, or, deciding to take a shot they maybe wouldn't have taken before. And I think that those are only things that are going to, push us forward to be successful.
Is that how you would describe your coaching philosophy, more of a player's coach or something else?
Yeah, I definitely think so, especially with this group here being so small, we're very close. And I think that I'm always looking for their input. I always have kind of an idea of what I want things to look like, but, at the end of the day, they're the ones on the field. So I think that making sure that they're comfortable with our decisions is always important.
And being here for such a short time, has it been hard to evaluate players with such a short amount of time up until the first game?
I think it's been a little bit of a challenge, but I also think that every single day these players show up and give their best. So, I think coming into the first game, I think we have a pretty good idea of, where people's strengths and weaknesses are, and kind of how we can work together to make sure that everyone is, working and showing up for each other.
With a little bit of a disappointing season last year, how do you expect to build off of that and also improve off of that?
Yeah, so I think a lot of these girls coming back understand that being in that position wasn't ideal. Mm-hmm. So I think that they have a little bit of a, flame under them to, not be in that position again. So I think we've sat down and had a lot of discussions on things that they didn't feel like, were beneficial to them, and maybe things that hindered their success. And we kind of turned some of those things around. I think I'm also bringing a little bit of a new perspective in, just given my experience of, working towards everybody kind of has their own specific goal, and then how can we kind of combine that? So I do think that, it's only up from here.
Mm-hmm. And lastly, what are your individual goals for this season and a team goal for this year?
Yeah, I think a team goal that we had set, was just overall to improve the play and to come out with, more wins than we did last year, which I definitely think that they're absolutely capable of. An individual goal of mine is honestly for these girls to really realize what they are capable of. I'm really excited to get on the field next week and for them to see, this is not the same team that it has been the last few years. And every single one of them is, capable of moving this team, up to the level that everyone is ready to be at.
Coach, thank you for joining me. That's all the time we have for Inside the Cougar Den. Thank you for watching.